Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out more of this dip powder from this brand called Pretty Diva. I have used this on my channel before and I really like their dip powders. So first things first, the packaging. I really love how it comes in the little cylinder. It's very compact and it's easy to like store away unless you want to take them out and like store it on shelves and everything. I do love that it comes in this little cylinder. Then also the instructions are very straightforward. It's very quick and easy to understand, and the packaging of the containers, I think they are really pretty. This is what the first color looks like. It's a really pretty like white pearlescent color. Then we have this really pretty like glitter, pinkish purple type glitter. Then the third one, we get another pinkish purple type glitter, but this one has more of the chunkier purple like confettis in it, and I think this is absolutely stunning. So they did send me 2 of these dip powders, but right along here I just figured that I would just open one, only because the other one has more colors in it, and I figured if I open all of them I wouldn't know what to do, and I would just probably would have made it difficult for myself not knowing like what color to use. And yeah, so I just stuck to one for one video. I will be doing the second one in my next video, so if you are into dip powder videos or if you enjoyed this one, make sure to turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss that next upload. But yeah, I'm just showing you the colors of what they look like once I take off the tops. All of them came spill proof, which I really love. The jars feel really like nice quality. Everything was just so pretty about this brand, and these colors are to die for. I think my favorite so far without using them has to be that really pretty pearlescent color. Now moving on to the swatches, I am going to be using my step 2 base from Double Dip to swatch these. Since this kit since these dip powders didn't come with any dip liquids, that's one thing you will have to keep in mind if you do purchase them. They don't come with any dip liquids, but you can use like other ones from Double Dip, like the ones I'm using. I do have a discount code you can use with Double Dip. And then you also can use the gel based coat method, which is what I'm going to be switching over to once I do my nail set. But for now, I'm just swatching them under the inside of these stiletto swatch sticks, and it was really easy to swatch all of these colors. I do love how the jars are a little bit wider, just in case you want to like dip longer nails. You can just turn your nail upside down and just kind of swatch it. I do love the Double Dip 2-in-1 powders, especially because I can use them as acrylic powders, but I just hate how the jars are like super small. But with the bigger jars, you can just kind of turn the nail and just press it, kind of like I'm doing the swatch here. Instead of dipping it, just kind of press it onto the powder, if that makes sense. So yeah, I do love that these jars are a little bit bigger. I did a total of 2 swatches. I did my second one off camera. But I did decide to use the activator because I know sometimes when I swatch these dip powders, they don't really give like that full effect unless I add the activator, because I don't know, like the activator just kind of darkens it sometimes. But once I let that dry, and then I did go over the top with a glossy top coat, this is what the swatches looks like. Super pretty. I do feel like the glitters are a little bit too similar. Just the second glitter has more of like purple glitter pieces in it. But yeah, these colors are super pretty. The white one, you can't really tell that it's pearlescent unless you're looking like directly, like super close. But here's what the underneath looks like. I do like how it looks underneath these swatches. I don't know, I think it's just because like you can see the actual glitters more, and like basically the pearlescent look to it compared to when I added the top coat. Like I don't know, it's weird. But getting into the actual nail set now, I am going to be doing just a little bit of, well, not really prep, I'm just gonna clean up my cuticles a little bit, because popping off my previous set, I did have a little bit more nail products still left on my nail beds and just around the cuticle area. So I'm taking my makartt clean up cuticle bit, and I'm just going around my cuticle area to get up any of that excess product. And I will have this cuticle bit linked down below. I really love it. Next I'm gonna go in with my hand file with a sanding band, and I'm just gonna work this around the cuticle as well, just to get up any more of the excess product that I may have missed. And and this part is always super satisfying. Sometimes I do tend to overfile. You know when you overfile your nails when you get that little like dent in them, and I do notice sometimes I do have that on my nails. Like it's just, I don't know, like that part is just super satisfying to me, so sometimes I may go overboard. But yeah, I just repeated that over all of the nails, and now moving on to my peel off method. I don't plan on keeping these nails on long, so I am going over that with one coat of my UNT peel off base coat. I do allow that to dry completely for like a minute or two, and then I go over that with a layer of top coat. Sometimes I may add 2 to 3 layers. I think I go in with 3 layers when I'm doing the cuticle oil method. And I already picked out my nail sizes. I'm going to be using full cover nail tips for today's video, and these are the extreme square from 𝚙𝚚𝚗𝚍𝚞. I don't have a discount code for them, but I will link my nail friend Baby Girl Nails, aka Jamie. She has a code for 𝚙𝚚𝚗𝚍, and I will leave it down below just in case you want to save a little bit of money when purchasing, if you are interested in these nail tips. Now I brought out my little 𝕚𝓤𝓃 mini light because usually around this time I will go in and do my après method to apply these nail tips with some base coat gel. But for these 𝚙𝚚𝚗𝚍 nails, they have a really high apex, so when applying these, if I just use like regular base coat, I would have got a ton of air bubbles, and like the product may have not been enough to connect the nail to my nail bed. So I went in with something thicker, and I haven't used polygel in a long time when doing this, just because I've got so used to my 4-in-1 base coat from Bellavina. Like I really love that. Like I just forgot to use my polygel method. And what I love about the polygel method is that I haven't cured any of these nails yet. I'm able to do 2 at a time, which is also very convenient for me because it reduces my time in the nail lamp. So I'm able to get those nails to be like very still. They won't pop off unless you move them or like you hit it on something, of course. But for the most part, they do stay in place until you cure it. I do 2 at a time, cleaning up around my cuticle area first and then curing for 30 or 15 seconds. I may flash cure and then cure for a full 30 seconds, but either way I do cure them on for 30 seconds in the end. And I just do the same thing for all of the nails, wiping around the cuticle area before I cure it. Before I get too far in the video, I did want to go ahead and do my featured comments. So here are today's featured comments. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting on my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, turn on your post notifications so that you can be one of the first few people to comment, or just leave a comment and maybe you'll be featured in my next video. Then also, so a lot of you guys know that I was hosting a giveaway. A few videos back I did a review on like this a really inexpensive Amazon acrylic kit, and it was from the brand BTR Box. I was hosting a giveaway, and the giveaway is over, so if you haven't entered, unfortunately it's too late. But I did post the winner on my community tab like last week Tuesday, like I said in that video. A lot of you guys were still asking me like, when am I gonna post the winner, and I'm just like, did you not hear the video? But so the first winner did not come forward, and I waited like a week or so. One of the rules was to be subscribed and turn on my post notifications, so if she didn't get the notification, then unfortunately she will not receive these items. So I did pick a new winner, and I'm just gonna show you. I went to this little comment, the YouTube random picker thingy on the website. Basically you just copy the link of that video, place it in, and I think everything was like preset from the first time using it. And then I'm filtering out all of the comments because the last rule was to comment enter me, and so I just filtered all of the comments with that word. So after that I scrolled down and started the random raffle, and the winner of the giveaway is Denise Maddentinley. I hope I'm saying that right, but congratulations to you, girl. I will also post this on my community tab just in case you don't see the video. You will see that once I post it on my community tab if you do have your post notifications turned on. If you didn't win, do not get discouraged. I do plan on doing a lot more giveaways. Actually, giveaways are like super fun for me, and I just love to give back. But yeah, now that we have that out of the way, I just went ahead and kind of reshaped my nail tips. It didn't take much. I went around the cuticle area with my sanding band, the hand file to file the free edge and the side walls. And once I cleaned off all of that dust, I'm going to go ahead and start my application. So like I said in the first beginning, I did switch over to the gel-based coat method. I do think this is a lot easier than using the actual dip base, because the dip base dries on its own and sometimes you may not work fast enough, which will leave like splotches on the nail. It may not stick to all of the areas, and like there's a lot of difficulties when using that, especially when you're just starting out or don't really have a lot of experience with dip powders, because I know I struggled with using that, and using the gel base is definitely a game changer. So when using the gel base with the dip powder, you just apply it to the entire nail as if you would with the dip base, and you just put the product on the nail. You can dip it or you can pour it depending on how long your nails are, of course, you know, all of that. But with this base coat, the main thing that I love about it is that if you mess up, you can easily wipe it off, or if you hit your nail on something, you have indents, you can fix it before you cure it. And I think that is the main thing that causes problems with like dip powder nails. You may have lumpiness from the layers not really drying right, or not really getting all of the product on the nail correctly. So yeah, I think that is the main thing. If you are struggling with dip powder nails, I do recommend trying this gel based method. It's super easy, and I do feel like you have a lot more control over the product. As you can see, my layers are going on so smooth, even though I'm doing like two types of method to apply them to the nail. The two methods I'm referring to is this first one where I'm just kind of patting the nail onto the surface of the dip powder, and then I go in with my cuticle pusher and just kind of sprinkle it on the nail bed area, just because my nails were still a little bit too long to fit into the jars. And I know I can use cupcake liners, but I still don't have any, so this was just the easiest method for me. And as you can see here, I am going around the cuticle area just to make sure I don't cure any of that to my skin. And just like that, it's super easy. I make sure to wipe the sides, keep my sides in to maintain its shape, and just like that, I go into cure. I removed the excess dust, which is not a lot just because it cured into that wet base, but this is what it looks like. Super easy. And now I just repeat that to my pinky nail. I decided to only use two of these colors, which is that really pretty white iridescent pearlescent color. I'm doing that to 3 of the nails, and then for that glitter in the back, I'm going to be doing that to my ring finger and my thumb. When doing dip powder nails, sometimes I always feel like very limited, even though I know there's ways you can like improve different techniques. I know Casey Nails, I always mention her when I do dip powder nails just because she's so good with it. If you are having troubles, I will recommend watching her channel. I will link it down below. But yeah, like I was mentioning, sometimes I do feel limited when doing dip powder nails, just because like when you're dipping your nails, there's not many styles that you can do. I know you can do like some ombre or maybe a French tip if you are patient with it. I'm not really that patient when it comes to doing dip powder nails, so that is just why I always stick to something simple. But one day I will work up the nerve to try something more extravagant and complicated, but for now I'm just sticking to a simple set. And also just because I've had this dip powder so long, and I just want to go ahead and get this video out the way. Like I mentioned, I do have another dip powder set from this brand, and I will be doing that in my next video. So if you enjoy this video and you want to see what I create with the next set, so go ahead and subscribe, and then turn on my post notifications to all so that you get notified when I do upload that video. So yeah, like I mentioned, I am doing something very simple. I'm just doing full coverage, solid colors over all of the nails. I'm just adding a second layer of this pearlescent color now. Doing the same exact steps, nothing is different, just adding it over the first layer. I am going to do all of them and then cure for 30 seconds, and then go in with that glitter and basically do the same exact thing. I am going to be doing 2 layers of both colors, but I don't feel like I need to explain anything else, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this part play out, and I will be back in a few seconds. So this is how my first 2 layers look for the first color, and I'm not gonna lie, this was actually super satisfying. I think the most satisfying part was that these layers were so smooth, and you'll see in the end, like, I didn't even have to like file over the surface of the nails. I will give you a full view of what that looks like, but now, like I said, I'm just going in with that second color and just repeating those same steps. So for my last nail and also this nail, I did notice the product kind of caking up on the sides. I'm just taking my finger and just lightly tapping that just to blend it in with the rest of the surface, because since this is like the side walls, like the side of the nails, once I add my second layer, I didn't want it to get bulky, so I'm just kind of flattening that out with my hand and then going in with my cuticle pusher to sprinkle over the rest of the product. Then of course repeating to my thumb. I do think the product being caked up on the sides was just coming from either too much base coat, or I dipped my hand in the jar and just kind of like moved it to where like it created, like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but if you dip your hands in wrong, that will happen. I think that was the case, or like I said, too much base coat. But either way, I did find a solution and it worked out really nice. So like I said, I did do a total of 2 layers of each color. I did my thumb off camera because super repetitive. I didn't want you guys to get bored. But now that I have cured that and removed all of the excess, I did decide to go in with the step 3 activator from Double Dip. I don't think I had to do this just because I did use the base coat method, but I just wanted it to give like that really full effect. So I did go in and harden the dip powders. Now that I'm actually like watching this back, I really don't think I needed it, but I was being generous, just as you would with using the dip base. So I'm just putting this over all of the nails, and I did allow it to dry. So after I let that dry, I am going to be filing the nails just a little bit. I am going to be reshaping the sides just because I felt like they were a little bit too wide. And then also I will be going around the cuticle area just a tad bit. I'm not going to be doing too much on the surface of the nails. And then of course I'm going to be filing the free edge to get that really crisp shaped look. They look kind of rounded off the sides, which is why I really focus my attention on the side walls and the sides of the nails to get them really straight. And so so I'm just gonna do this. Oh my gosh, what did I just say? I'm gonna continue doing this and let you guys just watch this play out because it's not really much to it. Like I said, this set was very simple. But if you are still watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and also turn on your post notifications. And then once again, congratulations to the winner. After that really easy filing process, this is what the nails are looking like, and as you can see, they look really good. I was actually surprised at this, and like I said, I didn't do much filing on, actually I didn't do any filing on top at all, and as you can see, they look very smooth. And using these Nail Couture full cover nail tips, it really helped with my apex. As you can see, like, it looks really nice from the side. I was really satisfied with how it looks. And so I didn't get a clear in this set, and since they are pretty smooth, I didn't feel like I had to encapsulate. So I'm gonna go over it with 2 layers of base coat. I went in with a very thin layer of the first layer, and I cured that for 30 seconds. I guess this is kind of my way of encapsulating, but just not with like clear and then making the nails super thick with adding another layer of top coat. This was really helpful. I'm glad that the application was nice. It saved me a lot of work. So yeah, I went in with the first layer off camera, and now I'm just going in with the second layer of top coat using my Gloss It from Not Polished. I'm still in shock that these nails are like so smooth from me. Like I didn't even file on top of them. Like wow, like I'm just so blown away. But yeah, so now for my blingness or my design to the nails. So this was actually suggested by my mom. I posted it yesterday. Well, on Mother's Day I posted the nails I did for her on my Instagram as a reel. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and follow me over there. She actually suggested that I recreate them, but doing them in a longer set, and I just went ahead and did it in this video since I did have stuff to match it, and it was very cute. So this is the set that I did for my mom. She loved this color. She loved like diamonds and bling, like she loved anything that sparkles, so this was the perfect set for her. And it was really fun to do my mom's nails. Like I don't really do other people's nails like that. I know when my sister and stuff ask me, sometimes I don't really feel like it, just because like I'm not really like into doing other people's nails. I just like doing my nails. But sometimes I will do their nails, but doing my mom's nails was like completely different. So yeah, I went in with those hearts. I got that bling box from AliExpress. I will actually, it's not even available anymore, but I will leave an alternative if I can find the link for it. But yeah, so here's my mom's set once again, and for the rest of the nails I'm just gonna be outlining the full entire nail with these pink baby rhinestones. And this was actually so time consuming. It took a lot of time, but it was definitely worth it. Oh yeah, I am going in with this new like bling gel that I seen Slay by J use, and before that video was even over with, I went and bought some and I used her discount code for it, and this stuff is amazing. I've used it like 3 times already, I think, and it works really good. I actually might think I like it even better than the makartt rhinestone glue, just because I feel like this jelly, I think it's from a brand called Jelly Nails. I will have a link down below if I am wrong, but it works really nice. Like none of my charms moved out of place, none of my rhinestones moved out of place. Even with the makartt rhinestone glue, it works really good, but sometimes I feel like the charms can be a little bit heavy, which causes it to slide out of place. And this is exactly what I was looking for, something that keeps everything intact until I'm ready to cure. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this part finish playing out, and I am gonna be doing this over all of my white pearlescent nails. So after I was done applying them, this is what the border outline looks like. It kind of reminds me of Vanity Vow's nails. She always does like bling outlines and really blingy nails. I didn't realize that while doing this set, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is so her style. But yeah, I'm just going in with that. I thought I was recording like the first part of my middle finger, but I wasn't, which I guess kind of worked out since it is still like very repetitive, the same thing. So I didn't need to show all of the nails. And then now that I have all of them done, this is what it looks like. Before I did apply them, I did go in with top coat off camera. So now that I have my rhinestones on, I don't need to go in with more top coat. I just went in with my cuticle oil from Not Polished in the peach scent, and it smells so good. I will never stop talking about how good it smells. But yeah, this is what the nails look like. When I first finished, I was like, these nails kind of look a little bit fat, even though I did file them. But I do think that it's just because the rhinestones on the edges, it kind of adds a little bit dimension. So as you can see, like my thumb here, it looks very slim in how I shaped it up. But the nails I did the rhinestones, they kind of look a little bit big. I think that's why the rhinestones kind of made it look a little bit wide, but you know, that is okay. I think this set turned out really cute. I actually like it. I like that the charms complement this color so much. But also I did want to say that you can't really tell that the white is iridescent unless you get like really close to it. But yeah, that's not a problem. I really love how this set turned out. It's giving me very much like Barbie, like Playgirl vibes. I think I do love how my mom's set looked better than mine's. I think it's just because it's shorter. Like, I don't know, it just seemed to go so well together. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will leave everything I used down below in today's video. Comment down below what you think of this nail set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.